Good evening. It is day 22 of my Rise Up Challenge. And just wanted to talk to you about the definition of insanity. And many of you have heard the famous quote from Albert Einstein. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. And you can actually apply that to toxic relationships. So one thing that I have noticed in a lot of people, and unfortunately it's a lot of people who have a lot of good intentions, they're loving, like I said, and those people who just want to love from the heart, they tend to get into the same type of relationship, and they do this over and over and then wonder why they don't get the same results. And what happens is they choose someone, and this person has red flags, but they overlook them because they think, well, I can help them. I could try to fix them. I can show them the way. They get with that person, doesn't work out. Then the next relationship ends up being the same type of relationship, different person. And it's the same cycle. Get with them, I can fix them, I can help them, doesn't work out. And then that person often blames those people, and you'll hear it with, all women want this, or all men are like this, all men cheat, or, women just want your money. They want to get in your pocket. But the truth is, it's not the women, it's not the men, it's the people that you're choosing. So the common denominator is yourself. And the problem is you keep doing the same things over and over and over again. And for some reason you're expecting the different results, but you keep choosing the same type of person, which results in the same type of relationship. And that, my friend, is the definition of insanity. And it's insane because the answer is usually right there in front of you. You see that you're choosing the same problems, but you don't want to admit to it. You don't want to take responsibility. You don't want to be accountable for the decisions that you're making. And, I hear a lot of talk about, men don't want the nice girl, women don't want the nice guy and everything. But the truth is you're choosing the wrong people. And it's time for you to make a decision. So if you find that you are the one who's constantly in these repetitive cycles of these toxic relationships, and it's happening over and over again, you need to take a break from choosing people because your picker is off. And you need to take a step back and start reflecting on yourself. It's time for you to do the inner work. And the number one question you need to ask yourself is, why do you keep choosing this type of relationship? What is it about these people that you keep gravitating to? Why do you keep giving to someone who does not deserve your time, does not deserve your efforts? And once you start answering those questions, you'll find that you have some underlying things that you need to work on. You have some inner work you need to work on. You ask yourself, why am I not getting that ideal relationship? Well, you're not choosing the ideal person because you yourself aren't being the ideal person. I tell people, if you want to be in a particular type of relationship, you've got to show up as the person that you want to date. Do you want that loving person? Do you want that person who's confident, that person who's a giver, that person who loves themselves, loves the world? You have to show up as that person. But when you start choosing people from a place of lack, from looking for validation, you're hurt, you have trust issues, you seek out drama, you don't believe that you deserve love, you're going to choose the same type of people. And those people will hurt you, and you will always stay in that cycle of toxic relationships. So I challenge you, if you find that you are one of those people who has been in multiple toxic relationships, or let's say you're in one toxic relationship and you've been there for a good while, ask yourself, why am I choosing this relationship? Why am I still here? What am I getting from this? What is the benefit of me staying here? What good is coming from this? And then ask yourself, how can I break this cycle? Because it's up to you. We create our own lives. So you can choose to break the cycle. And then the other thing that I want you to consider when it comes to cycles is let's look back. Let's take a look in the past. And let's look deep in the past. And let's look at our generations. You know, there's a such thing as generational cycles. Are you mimicking what you saw growing up? Are you continuing that generational cycle? Well, you can break that too. You could be the first person in your family to break that. But the truth is, you are the person that can make the decision of how you want your life to be, of the type of relationship you want to happen, and the type of person you want to be with. But you have to stop choosing those cycles, and you have to stop blaming other people. This is on you. And that's all there is to it. Once you make that decision, do the inner work. And the inner work a lot of times is healing. You have a lot of things you have to heal within yourself. You know, you're looking for someone to fix you. You're looking for someone to love you. No one's going to fix you. No one's going to come save you. No one's going to love you to healing. You have to do that yourself. That's all up to you. And for those of you who are choosing that person that's broken, you can't love someone to be healthy or healed. You can't make that for them. They have to choose it for themselves. So if you're choosing broken people or choosing projects, you know, you're going to fail with that because you can't fix anybody. You cannot fix someone. They have to fix themselves. Now, if someone's working on themselves and they're building themselves up, then yeah, you can consider that, just as long as you're whole and you offer support, but you can't fix anybody else either. So that's all I have to say for this evening. It's day 22. I'll be back tomorrow. But just remember, if you continue to do the same thing over and over and over again, and you are expecting different results, but you're not getting anything, you're being insane. That is the definition of insanity. And it's time to come over to the same side and do something different. Choose something different for yourself. Show up with different actions in your life. Show up with a different mindset, and your life will be different. Your life will change for the better. So I hope this reached the proper ears that needed to hear this. I wish you all lots of love, lots of peace, and many, many blessings. Have a good night.